Today I met the owner of this little sacred grove, and I took his permission also to come into his land and photograph. They're very nice people. I asked him why you have saved this beautiful patch of greenery with these big trees and all. And he said it is to provide oxygen for this town. So that gave me hope that people are there who are ready to sacrifice immediate money and monetary gains for such causes. So now I'm in here, and a lot of mosquitoes are there. Already they're sitting on me everywhere. But then this beautiful, huge bed patches of this local begonia. So that was I'm going to come here a few times and photograph all this. A marvelous sight. Most of the trees are it's a type of hardwood that's called bogie, but the undergrowth is absolutely stunning, that forest floor, because invasive weeds somehow they haven't come here, and lot of beautiful malaxis, and of course these begonias, and then this Areopsis, this one, very nice plants. I not yet learnt how to control the lighting of my camera, so when I reduce the light only it comes out beautifully. This whole rock is covered with these begonias. They're all blooming. And any of the nature lovers can sit for hours together photographing and clicking all this. And on this rock there is one thin layer of some of these mossy kind of thing plants, and then in that layer the little crevices are there. So there these begonias are flowering. I mean, they are settled there, growing and flowering. Huge laterite rocks. And then the floor is covered with this malaxis. Hundreds and hundreds of them. Just see how beautiful they are. And then those holes are there underneath. They provide home for these huge king cobras and all. Absolutely frightening creatures. So walking around here and all, one should be very careful. Of course, they control all the snakes. They eat up everything else. So once you have a king cobra in your region, the small baby king cobras are going to eat the other babies of other snakes, and then the big ones can kill and swallow big rat snakes and cobras and all. The ground is full of these malaxis. There is some ginger here. Not aromatic. Quite a few of these ginger species plants are there. All these. I'm not sure whether it's that there is one called some Karnatakensis or something. Could be that one. Thousands of them. And then some type of costus is there. I don't know if it's the same costus species or some other variety. Then these ferns also, this is an interesting fern. It has this long tail and non-typical shape, at least to my eyes. That's one nice plant, this one. Then quite a few of these ferns are very pretty ones. This is quite rare. I haven't seen it outside this grove anywhere. I must say this is it's like a well-maintained, like some of those Japanese parks almost. But everything is gardenerish nature. And the heartening feature is hardly any invasive species have made it here. Probably because it's not that disturbed. Once you disturb it only, this situation is created for these invasives to come and occupy spaces and take over. This is something interesting which I have not seen before. Bright red and quite a small plant. Now it's getting dark. I haven't got my umbrella today. And in this heavy rainfall region, Arisayama is there. So nice. Look at that little cobra tongue coming out. Very nice. These are the things that make India special. He has not saved it for aesthetic value or biodiversity or rare species and all that. It is just, one is the fear of their ancestors have drilled into their head that this area should not be touched. It's a sacred grove. and then your family will get cursed if you sell this or destroy it. These kind of injunctions have been drilled into our people's heads in certain regions. So for that reason they have left it. And then the nice thing is, most of these sacred groves, they have some geological speciality. If a sensitive person walks in there, they'll immediately feel that this is not an ordinary place, and something special is there. That feeling you get immediately. And then also it is a shelter for these wild animals and all. And just leaving it alone is good enough. As I can see, all these areas will easily get taken over by invasive weeds, and that will be the end of this these beds and beds of these malaxis and all those ginger family members, who I am not sure who they are. Identification for that I have to come separately, take photos and all. So maybe some 3-4 varieties of ginger family plants may be there, like this one. Then malaxis, then those begonias, areopsis, then some ferns. That one fern I showed you, that is new to me also. I never seen it before. And there is no plastic, there is no cigarette butts, because not because they are of any other thing, just fear. And then people don't come in here, that's all. They're frightened to come in. It's only on annual occasions for that. This India and our culture, particularly Hindus, Buddhists and all, for us all these, they're all infused with divinity, because they are created by God. So whatever God creates, it reflects His glory and His perfection, such things. And therefore in killing any kind of thing is considered as a kind of a sin, and you have to pay for your sins. In that karma and all. So it is there, just a little bit under the surface, this respect for nature, and then all these sacred animals, sacred trees, sacred rocks, sacred streams, sacred mountains, all they have, those things, they've ensured that all these years somehow all these biodiversity got protected. And going forward, the more I look at environment degradation and all, I'm convinced fear of God is what will make go a long way. All this global warming and all, people don't understand, they don't believe, it's too technical. Biodiversity is a alien concept. People just don't. 99.9% people just don't know about the whole idea itself. Now, look at this, hundreds and hundreds of these malaxis. So nice, full like a lawn, covered the ground with them. Seems to be some climber. Whole forest floor is covered with this malaxis. So I have to come back and search for those gingers now. That red color ginger, I have to identify what it is. Then it seems this sacred grove was granted to this family in 1300s by the local king, and he gave them this part of this land area. They might have helped him or done some favor or something. So they have since 800 years, they have kept it. So I have asked him to take me into his core area of that sacred grove. I want to take photos, and the sacred groves are dotting this, particularly Dakshina Kannada district of Karnataka, Uttara north part of this coastal region. Then this Kasaragod district and all. These parts only the sacred groves are in large numbers, they are still there. In other places they are all gone. One is with the advent of scientific education that reverential attitude towards nature is removed. It all becomes just some it gets demystified. Once that reverential attitude is gone, you don't need much. There's not much to hold back somebody from cutting and clearing and doing all that. So, this linking of religion, culture, and environment, that is a combination that really works. In all kind of countries it works, even in South America and those Amazon people, Africa, all kind of cultures, they have these sacred groves, sacred orchards, sacred trees, sacred animals and all. From a purely scientific point of view, that's all idiotic. But if you have a larger point of view, then for common people this is what works. Sin, fear of God, all your biodiversity, global warming and all is not going to make people change their behavior. So I'll now wind up for this morning. Drops of rain already started. This place is really a marvel. When I see these kind of spots, it fills my lifts my spirit, because this is a sign of hope. Something is there, then you can grow on it. Nothing is there, it's over. And we should also at least rain started. Oh, that's all for today.